guys, my name is Attorney Walter Wolf, not the third. I wanted to talk about specifically which agency, division, or office, in my opinion, is struggling the most with this whole COVID situation at the SSA. And I think that the agency or division or building type that is struggling the most, just so you guys understand what's going on in the within the SSA, would be the local field offices. There's more people having more issues than ever before with the local field offices. There's, from what I've heard, a lot of people that have retired with the local field offices due to COVID, and they were getting to that age and they had the opportunity to do that. And basically what's happening is the local field offices, they're kind of like social workers. They have to be good at knowing a lot of different things, as opposed to like the hearing office, where it's like they have to know this thing here and here and here, but they have to know them really, really well. They also, the hearing offices, get highly, highly educated people, which makes a huge difference. You know, that's where your judges are, that are highly educated, that can, you know, go through these claims at a very high level. As opposed to, for example, the local field offices, they don't usually have a lot of highly educated people at that, you know, doctorate and postdoctorate level. So what you end up with is a very tough situation, because the local field offices are like hubs, where, you know, you come to them with an issue, and then they have to sometimes send your stuff off from there to a different group to fix it. I was speaking with an individual from one of the local field offices, a higher up person, and you know, what was interesting about the whole situation was that they brought up, and I didn't use male or female there because I want to keep them anonymous, they brought up the great issue of, with so many people applying, right, you have this quality versus quantity dilemma. How do you process that many claims and still get great decisions coming out at the end of the day? And then if you have a bunch of retiring, how do you train a bunch of people how to do this stuff going forward, and at the same time have them not making mistakes? So I guess the thing that I just wanted to point out with the local field office situation is that at the very top, the managers of it and the regional managers, you have highly knowledgeable people. A lot of them are tired and worn out because it's a tough job. But if you're having an issue, your next step at the local field office is to talk specifically with the manager. Be polite. They're worn out right now. They're constantly processing too many claims for not enough people, and what you're getting is more quality control versus, or you're getting more quantity control versus more of a quality product. Ask to speak with the manager. But when you do that, have your stuff set up ahead of time. Organize your thoughts. Bullet points as to what's happening. A lot of you guys, you know, and I understand the mental limitations, but a lot of you guys will come to the table and be, here's what happened. And then 20 minutes later, you'll finish, and I'll be sitting there going like, well, I'm glad I was doing 3 other things while you're telling me that, because that was a total waste of time. You have to organize it, and here's how you do it. The way you organize explaining things to that person is, number one, what program is the issue happening in? They don't just handle one thing, the thing you're in. I know that's all you're focused on, but that's not the only thing they handle. They handle lots of programs at the local field office. So number one, what program is the problem occurring in? Number two, who is it occurring to? Number three, what do you need to get it done, to fix it the way you want it done? You might need an accounting sheet from them. You might need to have somebody sign a contract with you for a ticket to work program. You might need whatever. Know what you need ahead of time. If you're not sure what you need, you can always call me Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. That's when I donate 2 hours to the general community, and you can ask me then. Then once you know what you need and you have what you need, then you can go ahead and make your arguments to supply to the SSA as to why you should essentially be able to have this thing turn out the way you want it to. And don't be surprised when they come back and say, well, here's the thing. And sometimes when they come back and say, here's the thing, they'll be wrong. And then you'll have to get an attorney to fix it and yada yada. But don't be surprised. If the manager at that point can't fix it, right? Because if you skip the getting an attorney part and you try to do it yourself, and you go to the manager and they can't fix it, then you go and check in with the regional office. Once you're at the regional office, there's usually more highly trained individuals, or what they'll do is just kick it back down to basically the manager of that office. So just remember, organize it, because ultimately at the end of the day, you have to be able to provide those people at that local field office the information that they need from you in a succinct, simple, straightforward manner. And many of you are criminal when it comes to explaining your story. Let me give you an example. A lot of people will call in and want to tell me a story about like their life's situation when applying for disability benefits. It's not relevant. I will ask you specifically the questions I need to know about, and then you'll give me information. But if you're at the point where you can't provide, let's say 2-sentence answers, then you're not ready. And a lot of you going, what do you mean? You need to know everything in my life. No. I need to know how to ask you the right questions to get the right information out of you. That's my job. Your job is to figure out how to bullet point the information in your head to be able to give back good responses. If I ask you, what are your top 5 impairments? I'm not asking you that because I want your life story of, well, I started this and I had problems. And then you tell me a 15-minute story about problems, but you never mention an actual impairment or a diagnostic impression or a medical condition. A lot of this is lack of organized thought. I understand that many of you have, mental impairments that limit that. I get that. I'm totally on board with that. I understand that. I work with that every single day. But for those of you who can organize it because it is crucial for you spending less time trying to fix it. So once again, the local field office, they got a bunch of new technology, but the problem is they're having staffing issues. That's what I'm hearing anyways. I don't know how true that is, but I do know from 2 offices in Florida specifically that they're having issues with that. But like in the United States, I don't know. Like I'm not talking with every single field office like, how's it going, So if you are getting frustrated, and sometimes things will happen. I'll call in, I'll explain the situation, and the person will have no idea how to fix the problem or even what to do or who to send it to, and they'll just hang up. They'll be like, hey, can I put you on hold? I'm like, yeah, sure. Right? And then 2 minutes into that, they just hang up. My suggestion to you guys is if you continue to run into problems, go to the manager, then go to the regional office, and the regional office should be able to get you somebody who can help you with it. Now, there's also individuals out there that are like, I know I'm disabled, right? And you're like sitting there with your COPD and fibromyalgia, and you're like, I don't get why this person is found disabled. Remember, a lot of people are found disabled, and they have a less than standard, the medical improvement standard, when having to continue to prove that they're still disabled because they were found disabled back in the days, and the new rules don't all apply to them. The new rules that apply to you are way more difficult. So while you might have somebody who has depression, and part of the thing to get them out of depression is playing basketball, right? The other side of the coin is you're sitting there going, I don't get it. I have this, and this. Yeah, but the rules all changed. A lot of Commissioner Saul's rules in 2017 all the way through 2021, they changed the game. All right. Anyways, guys, that's something to consider with the local field offices. I know some of you have called me wanting to pull your hair out. Relax. A lot of you guys, prepare your claim, be able to explain what's going on, or just get an attorney to handle it for you. All right. My name is Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. I go live 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube every single week. On Thursday, I donate those 2 hours, 8 to 10 p.m. If you want to catch up then, we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.